Did you miss me? I missed y'all. Lord, do you see this? Hopefully, I'm going to tweet this out now. Let me pop my chat out. I think I popped it out.
Did you miss me?
Oh, shit. I always do that. I did that for Pirate. I just do that for her and Rainbow. But y'all come on in and have a seat. Get you a snack. I see I got one person waiting. Who's in here waiting? Whoever it is, hello. If you're going to speak up. But I was going to do a stream last night doing this exact thing. Hey, doll baby. Hey, Steve, how are you? I am in the middle of a construction zone. Do you see this? But my counters look fabulous. I don't know, if you can see the vein, they're white with a gray vein going through them. Hi, Angie. Hi, Cheryl. Let me tweet this out. If y'all tweet this out real quick, we're going to talk. We're going to cook. We're going to talk. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. So let me turn this down. And, oh, shit, what am I doing? You know me. I can't see too close without my glasses, and I can't see far away with them. So let me see. What are we doing here? Tweet it out. Tweet it out. Woo! There I am. You know, we're getting ready to go on vacation, y'all. And I've been up in the closet digging. And, you know, as at every stage of my weight loss, I have shopped because we'd like to travel. Hi, Lynn Lynette. Hi, Clancy. Hey, Suzanne. Hi, Cindy. I'm so glad to see y'all here. If you'll tweet this out, I would really appreciate it. Let everybody know we're on, because everybody's like, when are you going to do a cooking stream? And I said, I am getting in there as soon as they get that range on. And so they had to put the counter in before they could get my new range. And I'm going to show it to you. Wait a minute. Let me see. I got to pop it to where see the other screen. And that way I know what you're looking at. Okay. Look, see, it's a steel stovetop. And then you can see, of course, my counter. So they had to put this on. Sorry about the lighting. It's my husband's fault. We'll blame it all on him. The overhead light went out when, you know, we've been having power outages like regular. It's been going in and out, popping, and we've had storms that have taken it out. And then our power company has been taking the transformers and replacing them with new ones, because between people hitting trees, it's just like a big old patchwork. Power goes in and out, in and out, in and out. So anyway, the light blew, and it was so much fun for me. Jennifer, that does my hair, she comes over to my house. She does my hair. And it was so much fun trying to do it in the dark. Let me tell you. If you ever wanted to know if there's a wrinkle on my face, here you go, because we're using my ring light. So you can see that my eyes are a little swollen. It's been storming so much, but that's all right. We don't care, do we? But hi, Boston Kitty Cat. I wanted to talk about your video. I saw your video. And, you know, and it bothered me because and we'll get to that. We'll just get to that later. But anywho, so I'm finally in my kitchen. I've got my Sunday sauce. Y'all know how I make it. If you don't know how I make my tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, as we say in America, or marinara, you can go back to my other video, and the recipe's in the description. And I've got everything in here, all my spices in here, a little sugar, a little salt, all my spices. I've got my meat ready here. I'm going to be making my famous meatballs, because I'm getting to meet up with some of my favorite YouTubers, and I've got to take a meatballs. It has been requested. It is on the order. And the last time we had a meetup, people were like, where's the meatballs? Where are my meatballs? I'm like, well, shit, I'm going to have to ship them. It's going to cost me a fortune to mail meatballs, but oh, well. Oh, it's not about liking different people. I like everybody you're talking about. Hey, Courtney Marks. Hey, Kim. And, okay, so anyway, power went out last night, and we're sitting here, I'm lighting candles. Thank God I make candles. I went through a candle making stage. I think we all go through different kinds of hobbies, you know, because we get bored. And like, y'all hear that? The thunder? See, we're going to get another storm. If the lights go out, Well, we'll just keep trying it. Anyway, I go through different hobbies and I end up buying a lot of stuff. And I've got to make more candles now because with all the power outages, I've literally run out of candles. And I put them in mason jars, and because I have them, and it's just a cute little thing. And I like the different scents. Of course, I have a ton of oils. I don't do the doTERRA or any of the multi-level marketing. I don't support multi-level marketing. Hey, Miss Shannon. Guess what I'm making? And guess who's getting some? Woo-hoo-hoo! Kiss, kiss. But I buy from Bulk Apothecary. If you want pure oils, like essential oils for soaps, and you don't want to have to worry about allergies or anything like that, they don't cut. There's like, and they don't do individual blends unless you specifically ask for it, or it says it and it tells you everything that's in it and the percentages. So if you are into doing all of the soap making and the candle making and the bath bombs and all that, go to bulkapothecary.com. And no, I'm not sponsored, but you can give me a sponsorship. Give me a code, because I know we have a lot of crafters here who like to do stuff like that, and Lord, I love it. So anyway, so we're burning candles, and Awesome Hooker took over. She hosted the stream last night, and I was very pleased to see that she did that. And I was on her panel when the power came back on. Thank goodness it didn't take too long. And but we were talking about, and if anybody wants a link, let me know. It's Kim, if you want a link, Shannon, Steve, anybody that wants Clancy, y'all. Anybody in here, I'm always happy to have people up on my panel. Only when I don't want to on my panel, I think everybody knows who offered a reward for my panel. And if you're going to give him the link, you better split the money with me, because I'll shut the stream down and start it back again. You better get the money first. Make sure it's friends and family so he can't retract it. And you got to split it with me. I have my trusty Gatorade. I also have Diet Snapple, which I've kind of been getting a little addicted to. But anywho, so that's why this looks like it does, is because it's still under construction. But I needed to talk. We needed to have a kitchen talk, did we not? You always want a link. I'll give you one. Hang on just a second. Control C. It's so much different on the Mac. On the PC I could do it with my eyes shut. And on here, I have to actually stop and think. Now, let me see. But anyway, on Awesome Hooker's stream last night, which is what I wanted to talk about. And Shannon, I'm sending you a link right now. And I would say share it, but I know you'll fuck it up. There's an F-bomb for Patrick. I don't know if you all know Patrick, but he's my buddy. I love him to death. There's your link. Anybody else want one while I'm on Twitter? I'm sending them. Well, have a good day at work, brother. Who's leaving? Oh, Clancy, are you going to work? You can't come up? Okay. Well, honey, you have a good day at work, and try to listen in. You might enjoy it, or listen to it later. Y'all know I always leave my streams up. I don't dare to delete. A lot of people have to put their streams on private. Now I've had to put one stream on private because some buttholes were mass flagging me because they didn't like what I was saying, even though it was the truth. Because y'all know I'm not gonna get on here and tell a bunch of nonsense. I don't make up shit about people. I don't have to. Truth is stranger than fiction, and it's always much more fun to find out the truth, isn't it? It's like the next door neighbor. You might think everything's all hunky-dory and well, thank you, we see you. I appreciate that. You might think your next door neighbors are all fine and dandy, and then you find out the truth and you're like, woo, got some stuff going on. We see you. Thank you for saying that, because I wanted to say, everybody's always asking me about my lipstick, because y'all know I'm a lipstick girl. And I just wanted to say that if I'm not sponsored by them either, I will put the different ones that I bought, if I can remember to do it, because honestly, I forget. This is called Mesmerize, and it's by ColourPop. I had tried their lipsticks once, I think, before, but they've come out with a bunch of new shades, and it was on this thing. It's called the Dupe, I think, on Instagram. Have y'all seen that? Well, I was like, I really like those colors, and I always get like mauves and or I like burgundies, things like that to go against my skin tone. Well, this is what it looks like, and it comes out, and oh, they were matches for those moldy lipsticks that came out. But isn't that pretty? I just thought that was so pretty, and I'm just real pleased with it. And it's got a creamy texture, but it settles down, and it's not real shiny. It's a nice matte. But go over to ColourPop. They've got sales on different their lipsticks, and they're not expensive, but they hang in there. Now I might have to reapply. Hey, Stewie, there's my buddy. Let's start out with the racism. Let's start out talking about what racism is, because we're gonna get into this. Okay.
Hi, hello, I'm here.
There you are, my little baby. I'm gonna be seeing you soon.
I know, I can't wait. I can't wait.
But I'm gonna send you what we're saying and everything, so we can get all together.
Let me tell you real quick. My husband said, this is what my husband said, because he'll be at work Saturday. And he said, "You think that's a good idea?" And I said, What do you mean? He said, well, they might snatch you. And I said, they couldn't afford to feed my fat ass. Why are they going to kidnap me?
Well, we could snatch you. We'll just take you with us.
I mean, bless his heart, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'll be all right. Yeah, I'll be fine.
If we snatch
Hi, Copper.
Is that all right? Can we just take you with us?
Did I tell you about the time when we were going to the beach and they all look? I'm asleep. I am asleep. Okay, and I wake up and everybody's eating, McMuffins and shit. And I was like, "Did you go through the drive-thru?" And he went, "No." Hold on, my cat's trying to tear open a snack treat. I said, "Did you go?" Oh, I know, right? And he is so glad to be alive. He loves everything.
He's like, "She saved my life."
Yeah, but that he gets so. Oh, he was asleep. I hope he goes back to sleep. But all right. So I said, what do you mean you didn't go through the drive-thru? He said, "No, we didn't go through the drive-thru." And I went, "Did you leave me in the car asleep at a McDonald's
in the middle of nowhere?"
Yeah, and he looked at me. He went, "Well, we all took turns watching the car."
What would you do? Watch it go away?
Well, his argument was, and once they realized who they had, they'd have brought me back real soon. And I was like,
"My young," I was like, "Nobody gonna talk."
I said, "Point. You got a point."
Well, we
anyway,
kidnap you if he acts up. Just say, "Oh, Mom Beth's coming. She's already said."
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
Room to be.
Me and her will be sister wives for Daniel. We don't care.
Right. I mean, if he can handle me, he can handle you. Yeah, we're a lot alike. Exactly. Just make sure you pack your meds.
Don't worry about that. I go nowhere without them.
That's right. That's what I always tell everybody. Just bring your meds. But yes.
All right, racism. Let's get back to
you getting somebody. Believe me, this is yours.
Oh God.
Cabbage, and I got
Yay.
meatballs right here. You get meatballs, baby. He's coming. But
I can't wait.
This racism stuff. So I have to give credit to our beloved Stewie. What he said months ago when all this shit started with uni coming into the.
He called it.
He called it straight up. He said, when we start letting people get away with a little bit, we're going to see it start becoming the norm. He was right. He nailed it. I give him full credit for it. Got to take my sip. He was on it like stink on shit. And Stewie, we should have listened harder. I listened, and I started watching and started paying attention when you did it, because, of course, people know better than to say things around me. And a lot of times they're like, "Oh no, we know better. She doesn't allow that in her chat," or whatever. Or if I'm in another chat, they'll censor themselves somewhat. But idiots like that Nick asshole. I mean, he got immediately. Y'all saw my mods were on it. Hey, Angelo. I heard some women here.
And you know, Kit Kat and them are all over there.
Yeah, that's what I want to get to. Angelo, I'm sending you a link too, babe, whether you want one or not. Because I don't forget to send links. Anyway, but the whole thing with her, she kept saying it, and so he kept calling it out. He kept calling it out. And, you know, of course, she went after me, and that fake letter bullshit. And, you know, it was just, and I never, and yes, I have talked to her on the phone, and I heard last night, oh, she recorded Mama Bet good. And I'm going to say, Uni, because I know you're probably listening, laying there on your bed with one leg up, you know, sitting there vaping the hell out of that thing. Go ahead, play. Because you know what? Everybody's going to hear what I told you. And you're not going to like that they hear what I said to you. It's not going to look bad on me. It's going to look bad on you. First, for wiretapping. But it's a two-party consent state. West Virginia. Okay? And Missouri. Yeah, you need to watch what you're threatening, lady. Because I told her, I said, quit pulling this bullshit. I said, you need to stop. You need to stop with the race baiting. And you know what? You need to play the 3-hour-long conversation with me and my husband, where we're both trying to tell you that's not racist. That's not what was said. And you need to calm the hell down when you were hysterical and screaming. And I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do something to myself. I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead. Play.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle. But so we got that one. And when you've got one that's race bait, what happens? What starts flowing in? When you open the door and still want everybody, you start getting the other people that start thinking, oh, I can say the N-word as long as I'm saying that somebody else said it. No, you can't. No, you can't. And that crazy woman in another community that bomb dropped, she needs to shut up. You can't read it out loud. And in Stewie's clip, I mentioned that in the 10th grade, we had a English teacher that was racist. We had AP English. We had one black girl there, and I loved her to death, still love her to death, still in contact with her. She had us read Huck Finn. Well, if you read Huck Finn, the vernacular for that area was he called Big Jim the N-word. She made us read it out loud. We were in the 10th grade, okay? We wouldn't say the word. We would skip over, and she said, you need to read it.
Read what Ellie Mae, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this Ellie Mae, why doesn't she just stick with the black community? That's not the problem.
No, there's no problem.
It's not. No, we invite, we have transsexuals here, homosexuals, bisexuals, anything, Latin, whatever, from every country. That's not, that's a dumb thing to say, Ellie Mae. I'm sorry. That's a dumb thing to say. Sorry.
And just branching off on you, Shannon, that actually makes us know better than her when we say shit like that.
Right. It's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
We're not trying to segregate people. We're trying to get people to be honest.
Thank you.
And not lie. You can have a platform without being a freaking liar. I mean, Jesus. Yeah. She came in a race baiting liar, and she's leaving a race baiting liar. There is that is the issue.
She's canceled as of now. That's what I want.
Hey, Marsha.
To announce this. We saw the little fit thrown. Go on to Unistream. Yeah. All of Katie's moms are over there just kissing her ass. I guess they see Katie's on the way out.
Yeah. But no, they're mad at Uni. So last night, because I was watching, right? I was watching because it was hilarious. And Kit Kat, after Kit Kat was in there doing something, Kit Kat went on, I don't know if it was Twitter or wherever, and said, everyone come to Nick's. And I'm like, what are you doing at Nick's?
See, he has been racist and tried to say he wasn't, but yet he spammed my chat with the N-word.
Yeah.
With like 6 accounts.
Walmart. Look, it doesn't matter if you say it with an A or an ER. It does not make. Please stop.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
Racism in any form is not acceptable. Period. And just because we as a community have an issue with Uni and her race baiting and her lying does not negate the fact that Nick is a racist. I mean, it is what it is.
On here, I have, you know, and people are like, oh, you know, you're just mad because, you know, you and Katie aren't friends anymore. We're not friends anymore for a lot of reasons. Main one is
Who the
lies.
hell gives a shit about Katie? She's like so 2016.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm over that. I don't care. I don't care what she does with her channel. I don't care. She's, you know, getting her just desserts.
Oh, Nicole did go live, so they may have been referring to Nicole. She had,
Martha, thank you.
Yeah, she had a live stream.
That's right. I saw part of it.
Up. And they addressed the issue dead on, and they gave her a chance to come up, just like Uber's tonight. I mean, people are giving her a chance. It's not like we're trying to silence her, because that's not the goal.
We've given her how many chances? Hell, I forgave and
no, I mean giving her a chance to at least speak. Unlike in her chat, where if you don't agree with her and kiss her ass, you get booted.
Very true. Very true.
You know, as long as you're not being racist, anybody has a voice on most of our platforms. We're all pretty good adults here. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
If I'm in someone's chat and I'm seeing people being constantly smacked down for even having any sort of criticism of the creator, then that means the creator doesn't have an open mind. Now that's different from trolling. And that's different from, there is constructive criticism and there is destructive criticism. And if you come into my chat and say, I think differently and I'd like to speak my piece, you're welcome to. Okay? As long as you have a reputation that, you know, not wanting to shut my channel down or, you know, come on here and do something crazy. You know, I will give anybody the opportunity, and you all have seen me do that. I will talk it out with people. But you can push me so far, and then I'm not going to listen. And I'm at the point with Uni, I'm not listening anymore.
Especially with Uni, because she was, and I mean, you know, I remember when she came in, and I was so excited. I told her we need diversity, and you're here, and we're, you know.
Oh yeah, you guys need to touch on MOBs.
Oh yeah, Mom.
What?
Mama Three Boys. It was cleared up in Christie's stream today. She is not the one that made the statement about Unitonica. It was Lynn.
Right.
It's important to touch on that because I don't want false narratives flying around about Mama Three Boys. She's a good lady.
She is not. I've liked her since I met her.
I love her. I'm glad she's back.
Yeah, it's good to see you. See her back. It's good to have you, Mama Three Boys. The thing is, I have watched since. I mean, I was victim one. Remember, she came in.
Yeah.
She came at me, and y'all got her before she started because of the stupid ninny word.
Oh God.
And then she had a video. She used my audio and had a video on her channel and had my name, MBW. You know, or it said Mama about something. Anyway, my name gets it gets plenty of views for people. You know, oh, Mama Beth's done something bad. I hadn't done a damn thing, and nothing was wrong. And then she goes on a Twitter attack on me. I just blocked her. I was like, I don't have time for this. What's said about the stream? And then she comes back. I'm like, I had a stream, and it's still up, and people can see it. I let her come on the panel, and we talked it out. I'm like, okay, and it's cool. And she's laughing and joking, and then it's like, what? A week later, she went psycho. I mean, full on head spin and fake letter and all of that. I was in the ICU, and I'm supposed to be writing racist letters and mailing them from another state.
God, the letter. Oh my God. And I thought the letter couldn't get any worse. I thought that is the lowest. And then we come up with the phone call, the recording.
But wasn't taped. And you could hear everything, but you couldn't hear anything. And now apparently last night it was said that, she taped calls between me and her. Good.
Yeah, I heard her say that.
Good. You know what? Play them.
Because I was like, what?
You know what? Play them. All I'm doing is telling you, hey, if you want to get along with people, you need to stop this. Or how about take a break for 2 weeks and stop causing all this bullshit? Or that's not racist. You need to stop with the race baiting. That's why people don't like you. Yeah.
Do you reckon that's all she has to get attention with? I mean, she's a lesbian. Nobody cares. Sorry, we got plenty of them over here.
We got lots of
Well, we just love them. We love them. We love all of them. So we didn't react to that. So do you think that she said, well, geez, the only difference is, all right, well, I'm black. I'll just go. I don't know. She requires a lot of attention.
And then the autoimmune disorder, which, all right, let's face it, there are a lot of us who are spoonies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fake spoonies that have admitted to being fake spoonies. All right, that just wanted attention, so they pretended they had fibro or something like that. That's fibromyalgia is hard to diagnose, but let me tell you, once you've got it bad, there's no denying it. And ask anybody who's had a meetup with me to look at what it does to my legs and my feet when I'm having a flare, and or if you live with someone who really has it, like take a Tylenol and lay down.
She could not participate in the Jello wrestling or nothing.
Well, I mean, there's like we have.
Rubbed it on my boot.
We're a very diverse, maybe not ethnically, but
we're ethnically.
It's hard.
African American, whether you want to be called African American, black, whatever.
Right.
We do have black people in it, but they don't.
Well, you know what I'm saying? They don't. It's like we have some that are have chronic illnesses and pains, and we have some that have lost children, and we have some that are addicted or
in recovery or working
in recovery or I mean
we have those that have those who are gaining weight, those who are losing weight.
Why you got to add me in that?
I was talking about me, woman.
Oh, okay, never mind. But we have parents who have, autistic children, and on the spectrum, I believe every peg on the spectrum. It's hard to top it.
Yeah.
And I think
big.
You'd have to be headless.
Yeah, basically, because we have people who are missing arms and legs, and
exactly. You'd have to be a head jar. And we'd be like, okay, we cannot top that.
Our community, just a head and a jar. And mason jar, Barbie head.
And then we have people that are just nice, kind people that really care about everybody. And this shit blows up, and
it drives us crazy. I came into this community so damn lame. I was, as we all did. I came in and I was watching and I thought, oh, it's so nice. These people support each other. Ooh, they're mad at that one, but that one is bad. Not everybody. Oh, everybody else is just so nice. Because everybody was so nice to me at first. And then, holy shit. Did I get
Well, we have crazy people too. Okay, yeah. They get really mad. I'm one of them. Thank you all very much.
I y'all know.
But I mean, in general, if somebody needs, hell's bells. Look what we did for Rebecca when she needed us. We all showed up.
Yeah,
goddamn.
Let's roll on that for a minute.
Oh no, I didn't mean to change the subject. I'm just
yes. Let's roll on that for a minute. All right, we're talking about because racism and picking on disabled people, and all of this. And transphobic, and we're hearing a lot of this, and accusations are flying. And okay, first off, we treated Rebecca pretty much like everybody else. When she made good content, we say, "Oh, hey, that was pretty good." When she made crappy content, we go, "Oh, that was shit." And when people would make fun of her, if I came on here and painted my face up to look like I was in Rocky Horror Picture Show, do you think everybody's going to sit here and laugh at me, or are they going to laugh with me? Or are they going to go, holy shit, Mama Beth lost her fucking mind? I mean, for real.
All the above.
Exactly. She's playing this. There's no way. She's playing this. She's on something.
I'd be saying.
We'll get her to the hospital.
I'd be typing, Mama Beth, I'm trying to call you. You pick up your phone. You look so pretty.
I sent Shannon text, bitch, pick up your I know you're there, you're on Twitter. But that's the thing. We did treat her and her mother equally. you know, and then when things would go sideways, we'd say, cut her some slack. You know, yes. Does she have some disabilities? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Does that give her license to be an asshole? Doesn't give her mother license either. Her mother's not that old. She's what, 61 now?
Whose mother?
At 6, Mom Bear's 61 and Rebecca's in her 30s. You know, and yes, she has some issues, but I've seen people with a lot worse do a lot better. And, you know, she needs, and the whole thing is she wanted help. We gave it. I personally.
Well, she needed it. Yeah, she needed it. It wasn't that wanted it.
Yeah.
Like the night, you know, that night, it needed to be fixed.
It was an emergency situation, and I agree with that 100%. Wendy and Diane stepped up when other people were afraid to. They had her information, and you know what? Diane took a great risk putting the money in her account.
Oh yeah,
it can mess up your shit. Let me tell you, you know, you're collecting money and you're not a charity, and it's somebody else, and you know, and it can mess your taxes up. You know, it can look as like income. You know, she did that, and you know, I'm glad she protected herself, because look at what's happened now. Can you buy me a car? Can I get a 2-bedroom apartment?
Oh yeah, well that's what. Yeah, she was saying that at the beginning, and I'm like, this kid has got no effing idea what. But she was said the other day on Twitter, she was like, I cleaned my room. Well, I got a 13-year-old that does that.
Yeah.
Hey,
you don't get a gold star.
Beth, what's your rules for deleting or banning people?
No racism. I don't want anybody in the chat attacked or on the panel attacked.
Yeah, you got a motherfucker in here talking Diane is shady. Diane is no saint. And
if you have a problem with Diane, you need to take it somewhere else. I'll be honest with you, because Diane has been over backward. None of us are saints. You're not a saint.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. So
I got problems with Diane, but I will never ever bust her balls for what she did.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Nope.
That bitch, Pearl. Hey.
There's our Pearl. There's that bitch Pearl. I love her.
Hey, Teresa.
Look, I came into this community having my issues with Diane and Wendy, but like when you sit back and you start watching things, you start seeing patterns of different things, and
exactly,
it is what it is. We're never going to be besties, but I appreciate and respect what she does for children, and I appreciate and respect what she did for Rebecca, even though at this point she's very ungrateful. And you know, you do take a personal risk on a platform when you're helping people that aren't well liked. But Diane is her own person, so hey, you know, credit and kudos to that.
Mama, you don't have to support everyone. You have to have respect.
Yeah, respect is not a hard thing to give. You don't have to like people. You don't have to like them.
I don't care for her, but I respect what she did, and that, or just say, you know, we don't get along, but I see where you're coming from, maybe. Or, I mean, does anyone think that Diane and Wendy took money? And, I mean, she was accused of...
Absolutely not. No. She was very transparent with everything she did, just like I was with Mrs. Zombie. I don't know if you know who she is. She's helping out Tony. And I collected money for Tony to get him a new game system and some stuff to go with it and stuff. And I sent her receipts and digits of everything I spent the money on. He's got deliveries coming on Monday. Everything was up and up, and people from both communities donated. I think some of you are here. Mm-hmm.
No, Ricky, I think you're confused.
I kept everybody.
You can't. That's it, and you have to show who gave what, because just in case. Like, I don't care. I don't even remember how much I gave you. I'll be honest. I was just like, here, let me throw some money. And because I am lucky, and I'm not trying to say that bragging. There were people like, I have a money. They always got something shitty to say. I'm very blessed. There have been times in my life where I was searching the couch for quarters. I mean, let's face it. Some of us have been in some dire straits. And if I see someone that needs something, I am lucky and blessed to be in the position that I am now. I worked hard for it. My husband works hard. I'm going to help anyone I can. And so I do what I can. And I'm not bragging about that. And I don't talk about who all I give to or how much I give, because that's not the important thing.
It's nobody's business but your own.
No, Swade, they wouldn't know. Here, as bad as mine and Diane's relationship is right now,
Mm-hmm.
I know if something happened to me or my family, she would be there, and vice versa.
Both of them would, and that's
So-
you know that. And that
Oh yeah, no, me and Wendy are good. I love Wendy, and you know, if somebody asked, Swade asked, did we think that the deals would do that for somebody? No, hell no.
Have they ever?
No, the
I don't,
deals
I don't, I don't
no,
think
they
they,
wouldn't.
I don't think they've ever helped anybody.
Teresa.
Income. They both have monthly income, and it's not just some piddly little $500 check once a month either. But I'm not gonna put all their business out on the street, as they say. But what I'm saying is they have the means to where if they manage the money, didn't gamble and buy every makeup box and leggings box and all that,
Hello, Miss Uber.
they would be, hey,
Yeah.
they'd be in a better situation. But they have never offered even $5
Uber.
to charities to people who have helped them. So no, there are people who are givers and there are people who are just takers. And you know, so and we see that as we go along and we learn. But back to this whole racism thing. I'm tired of hearing about it. I am tired of people aren't racist being called racist. And you know what? If I see someone in a chat, hey Lisa, if I see someone in a chat say something and I'm a mod in there, I'm going to boot them. And I'm just telling anybody and everybody that I'm on their panel, they say the N-word, if they say something that's homophobic, transphobic, against, you know, culture, creed, anything like that, if I have the power to do it, I will. If not, I'm going to kick up a fit. Just know that. And that's just my stance on the whole thing. Now, we've had an issue last night, and this is where Boston Kitty Cat came in. She said Lucy is transphobic because she and Yuri were saying that Mallory wore a wig. Is that transphobic? I will put it up to you all. Now, Mallory has said that she doesn't. And really, and we know Rosie does. There are lots of people who do. There are lots of people who aren't trans who wear wigs. Mallory happens to be trans. I love Mallory to death. Y'all know that. She cracks me up. I'm going to meet her too. But is it transphobic to make fun of someone? Because I would make fun of people.
I mean, I don't know.
Trans. So what does that do?
I don't know in what context it was said. What context was it? I mean, you know, I guess I would have to hear her say it to see if it was a, you know, I don't know. Is that transphobic?
Right.
Is it?
I don't know.
What was the?
I don't know what context.
I mean, if
somebody was there,
did it upset Mallory?
Yeah, I think it did because she posted the link on Twitter, or I wouldn't have known about it. She posted Boston Kitty Cats on Twitter. Now, you know, and listen, if I was in Mallory's shoes, I would be very sensitive about anyone slamming me like that. But is it because I've had people make fun of my hair? And are they making fun of her hair because she's trans, or are they making fun of her hair because it's just something to make fun of?
Well, see, that's what I'm wondering. Is she? Would you look at another? Would we look at a woman who was in the community streaming and go, she wears a wig? It would be a catty remark,
right? It's just
on our part.
I thought Mallory's
so it's
hair
a catty
was Mallory's
remark.
hair.
Huh?
I thought Mallory's hair was Mallory's hair.
It's Mallory's hair, yeah. It's her hair.
She doesn't even wear wigs.
Right. Wow. I think they would look like a wig, or they were making fun of her appearance.
Why?
But
because she speaks out against people, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Lucy has her own
idea. She's dead right every time.
I love Mallory and her Mallorizing. I think, you know, and
yeah.
She sent me a message because I was defending her in Hooker's chat, because I always say Mallory came in like a wrecking ball into the community.
I don't know. I don't understand why people go after appearances. Mallory's appearance doesn't affect me. Lucy's appearance doesn't affect me. I judge a person by their character, how they, how they carry themselves, whether it's on social media or some other platform. But I personally don't have any issues with either of those women.
Right. I like both of them very much. I like both of them for their personalities and who they are. But yeah, and Ellie Mae that's the exact point. If you say you don't like so-and-so who happens to be trans or intersex or gay or straight or whatever, however, does that mean you're transphobic?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe it may be an opinion on somebody who may have taken it in that way, and if that's the way that person took it,
the thing about this country, and not just this country but the world, is we've come to a point in our lives, in our society, where we do have to take into account people's feelings. And I know people go, well, 30 years ago didn't matter. Well, 30 years ago we didn't have these laws, or the issues weren't as prevalent as they are today. I mean, we had trans people 50 years ago. We had trans people 100 years ago.
Yeah.
But
they may not have been able to have the surgery, but they dressed and acted and lived as women.
Right.
And we all know Annie Oakley did.
If Mallory was bothered by it and she made it known that she was bothered by it, it is the responsibility of the person that made the comment to make amends to it and move forward with it. Mallory is a very forgiving person. I've seen her on countless streams. She's very opinionated. I get it. She's passionate. I get it. So is Lucy. And Lucy's known to apologize for things when she's done something wrong. I think if the two people address the issue directly and move forward with it, it should be squashed from there. But I try not to make fun of people's appearances unless I see people doing it to somebody else. It bothers me to try to use that as some sort of an argument. Well, you're ugly. Well, you're this, you're that. You don't have hair. You have a small dick. You have a big boob. You have a half boob. None of that stuff matters to me.
I told you not to ever tell that. I said never tell that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gave away one of Shannon's secrets.
Oh my God!
But if they're both my friends, or they're at least, I don't know if Mallory's considers me a friend. I like both of them. Let me try it that way. I like both Lucy. I like Mallory. And it would be great if the two could bury the issue and move forward, because we have bigger problems on this platform to deal with. And when we have these little disputes that divide us, we lose focus from the larger argument. Right now, the larger argument is, some of the stuff that's been done to this guy Tony, some of the stuff that this person Unitonic has been doing to the platform. Those are our issues, and those are the things we should focus on, because that's what makes us more united, if that makes any sense.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going one by one, and that's what I wanted to talk about. It's kitchen talk. You go from subject to subject. I don't think that talking about someone's hair should make them have a label of being transphobic.
Yeah, no, it was just a catty comment. I mean, it's or it was just her saying, "Oh, I don't know, I didn't hear it," but
that's my opinion. And once again, I'm not the person who was being insulted.
I'm sorry, Mallory was hurt.
See you, Steve. BC. I am too.
Sophie. Bye, honey. Love you.
I don't know what the context is. I haven't known Boston Kitty to be a liar. I haven't known Mallory to be a liar. I haven't known Lucy to be a liar, but somebody is saying that they were talking about wigs, or somebody needing wigs and laughing about it, making a joke about it. That is hurtful in the context of, especially when you take the trans community and everything that they go through and are still going through, to have an equal footing in society that has them judged before they ever know them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Lucy is transphobic. I think honestly, Lucy would pick on anybody that she just had a disagreement with, and and she can be catty. And I think it's funny when she's catty. I think sometimes we're more sensitive, to different things, judging because we have different abilities, different experiences. Different things happen to us in life, and it changes us. So you know, and people get offended for us, and we may go, nah, that doesn't really bother me, but it bothers someone else for us. So that's where, before we put a label on something, you know, what's racist is racist, what's phobic is phobic, you know, and we have to make it clear that, you know, like if someone says something about Stewie, you know, and you know, starts, I don't know, I'm not even gonna come up with a scenario for this, but it's up to Stewie to say, it's up to us to go, okay, that sounds like it could be offensive and racist. It seems like it is to us, but we need to check with Stewie. Make sure that Stewie says, you know, that is offensive.
Now, building off that, like, I don't know much about the trans community. So as a heterosexual, I don't know what types of comments or off-the-cuff remarks would affect somebody who's trans. And I think that that's where we're at in this dilemma that's going on now. It may not have been a transphobic comment coming from a specific point of view, but directed at or towards a person who is trans, who may or may not take offense to it. That is the receptive of what we need to, you know, address, which is, I think, where we're at. So if Mallory is offended by what was said as a trans, she is our resident expert on what would bother her as a trans. That's her. It's not an opinion, in my opinion.
Right.
It's a fact for her. Right. So that's where we're at. It's not saying that Lucy's transphobic, because I highly doubt she is. She's actually very, very open lady, and she's very kind lady. And it may have just been a you know, a slip of the tongue or whatever. And if that's what it is, you know, own up to it, apologize, move forward.
Sometimes we wander into conversations, and sometimes, you know, we get catty, and, you know,
I think it was catty. Lucy, I would imagine that Lucy considers Mallory a woman, and we get catty with each other.
Yeah, I don't, when someone is trans, I don't see them as anything but what they identify with, and I've never seen anything but a woman.
Yeah, and that's the thing with me too. Like, I don't like calling Mallory a trans either. I mean, to me, she's a woman,
right?
You know? Unless I'm identifying her wrong and she corrects me, I identify her as a woman.
Right, just like Mama Ricky. Use the correct pronouns. She, Mama Ricky, she. You know, and she has corrected me many times, and I still have a cousin named Ricky. I'll be honest. That's the only thing that screws me up. But
I'll be honest, all these pronouns and nouns of descriptions are still new to me. I'm still learning. You know, I understand that gender identification is important to people. I don't want to disrespect anybody's gender by misgendering them either, you know?
I know I had questions, and just general, I can't remember what they were now, for Mallory, and she very openly and honestly, one was appreciative that I asked and answered the questions, and you know, she's a woman. Lucy's a woman, and they got a little catty, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
I've asked Rosie very personally. You know, I'm like, this is curiosity, but it's also to educate myself. And she's been very open about a lot of things. That's been helpful. The more you know, and then it's getting educated. But it's hard. The rules are, I'm not saying for every person. What offends me might not offend the next person. You know, so we have to be careful before we label someone. There are some hard, fast rules. Like, you know, with racism, we don't use certain words. Okay. I make a list of them. I think we all know them though, because we've probably heard them plenty in various forms. But we know those. With you know, with trans community, you know, the LGBT community, and we're learning those rules. We're still learning every day. You know, and it's not about just political correctness. It's about politeness and respect.
Yep.
That's what
exactly.
I would think that most people would be appreciative, like, as Shannon said, if you ask them, like, because if you don't know and you assume and then you make a mistake.
Okay, Pearl.
It's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I want to. I'm not going to change the subject, but can we get to this bombshell woman?
Oh my
Who the
God.
hell is she?
Oh,
Who is
yeah.
she?
All right.
We
Margot.
roasted her like a mofo the other day.
Yeah, Margot, who I adore, Drama Kiki. If you don't know who she is, she's a tattoo artist and she's an
Yeah, I do. She is.
love her. She's a hoot and a half. She is a firecracker, and she has been involved in this other drama community that I didn't know anything about.
Wait, there's another drama community?
Oh my God, they're worse than us.
Is that
anything we?
okay?
These people are very racist, and she is one of the biggest mouth racists. We saw it; it was bad, trash. And I'm just gonna say it. I call those people trash. That talk does,
Right.
and I take the trash out. I don't want anything to do with her. I will never accept her in my chat. If she shows up in here, y'all boot her. I don't want her in here. Yeah. There are some people that I am never going to give a voice to or a platform to, and she's one of them. And you know what? What we heard on that stream the other night was enough to tell me that I want nothing to do with her. Nothing. She's doing
Boston Kitty Cat. She's from like a crime community, but
Oh, okay.
you know, because our people have ventured out into this crime community, and I guess she's one of them. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
you know what?
Oh,
We'll keep Kiki and send Uni over there.
Kiki, I've been trying to contact her. I think she's been trying to reach me for some reason.
Well, if she's watching,
I sent her a thing on Twitter, but I haven't heard back. I don't know. I don't know much about her.
she does tattooing, and she may be booked up, and when she gets really busy, she'll just for a couple days. So, but if I see her, I'll tell her.
All right, yeah.
Contact him, but that's the thing, and we don't need. You're right, Mary. We don't need any more racists in here. We dealt with that shit enough right now, and I mean, we were dealing with it when Katie kept dropping the N word, and and I texted her because we talked a lot back then. People forget we were friends, and I was like, you can't say that. I could be her mother. I mean, my daughter's 4 years younger than she is.
yeah, I could be your mother too.
All right. And I'm like, you can't. And a lot of the times when we would talk, it was like a mother role. I felt like not friendly. I was trying to mother her, I guess. And I do that. I try to fix things, and and that's the fault that I have. But she didn't get it. I said,
Close call.
on the end of it. And now Telford's trying to say that Savage made it all up, that Katie never said it. I'm the one who stood up and said, yes, you did.
Oh God, why doesn't she just go away? Can't she just greasy greaseball dirtball?
Right.
Just God, why can't she find another community of like-minded people like her who sit around and just cause
She has nothing going on better to do than harass police department and on Facebook all hours of the day and night and then bug the shit out of us on here. She's welcome to leave. Like I said, the boardroom is no longer, it's a cubicle. It's just her. Everybody's abandoned it. Nobody wants to be a part of it.
Well, it's not just her. She still has an average of 100 or 150 in her.
She got Kimbrough. She got that stupid Kimbrough.
Pretty soon she ain't going to be on panels anyway because she's not going to be able to figure that out.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine with me. I'll be glad to see her gone. She does nothing. She has never done anything positive for this community. So if you can't do anything positive, if you can't bring something, usually, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and y'all know that about me. I will go to bat. I'll say, "Oh, give them another chance." Well, they've apologized. Oh, look who just walked in. Oh, look who just walked into my chat. I guess you haven't been following along on where I've been, Miss Carrie. I
Who?
saw you somewhere offering up my information to docs.
Oh, Carrie. Carrie.
Carrie,
I done blocked her.
I got this, Shannon. I got this. I've been waiting on this.
Get it.
Carrie, I have made excuses for your drunk ass. Oh, forgive Carrie, she drinks. You admit you drink. I'm having some beers. Well, no wonder you can't fucking spell. Quit saying you've got learning disabilities and this and that wrong with you. I've talked to you on the phone, and I've seen you type straight when you're sober. Okay, you can claim to have or do or whatever. Go start you another job the next week because you get drunk and get fired. But then you went into I have gone to bat for you back and forth, bitch, one time after another. And I'm telling you what, you didn't stab me in the back, you stabbed me in the throat, you cunt. And I will never say another kind thing about you. You've never done anything but suck the shit out of this community. That's exactly what you are, a shit-sucking bitch. You went in there and said, oh, I want the $100. I think I remember her information. What's your info? I shut Twitter down too soon. How do I get it to you? What's your email? You ain't got shit of mine. I've never given you any information of mine. Good luck, bitch. I hope you sit over there and drink yourself into a stupid walk off some cliff. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Don't you ever call me for help. Don't you ever ask me for money again. Don't you ever ask me for advice or sympathy or my shoulder. Now get her the fuck out of my chat.
Go sit over in Tammy's chat. See what Tammy doing. Go find her.
Go suck ass somewhere else, you shit sucker.
Yeah. Go flick your mean to Corey Feldman.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
you don't want to know.
Information up in the bounty stream. She was in there. Oh, I think I remember. I have her information. Oh, it's still up and I got it recorded too.
There's a clip?
Oh, honey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you're sure it was her? Because I just seen her in
very wild. Honey, I went and checked the account.
Okay. Hey.
I made sure because I wasn't going to go off half-cocked because everybody's already mad at her. And what I tell her to do, I said, you need to go apologize and not do it again because she's in trouble for talking shit about people when she gets loaded. Okay. Yeah,
and she's always loaded.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock at her house from noon on. But I tell you what, after I have been over backwards to try to help her, and oh my God, I saw her say that. I thought, oh, you just wait. She'll show up in my chat because it's stupid not to. So good luck on you, Carrie. Good luck on you. You just made the fucking list.
Okay. And that was what stream did she do that in?
Shoot the shit Monday night.
Okay.
Shoot the shit.
All right.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I haven't been watching any of those streams, so I wasn't aware.
Because I knew what was going to come.
So sorry.
I am recording it. And look who comes in. And I'm just like, well.
Okay. Well, that's it's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So don't come around, Carrie. I'm telling you, don't come around me anymore.
I mean, I'm trying to not watch things that trigger me anymore because I don't want to flip out anymore. I just want
this little fool thought she was going to get $100 and give them, address and name.
My integrity is worth a lot more than $100. It doesn't even have a price tag.
You will sell me
mine too.
I mean, for real. I think I've sent her more than $100.
Probably.
So she can go suck it. I have no truck with people like that.
Can I just comment on the 50 gallons of sauce that you're stirring over there? I mean, are you making a goddamn Godzilla fucking meatball or something?
I sure am. This
leave her alone.
Tomatoes. I am stirring it. It's going to cook down over the next few hours, and I'm going to make a shit ton of meatballs and take the bananas. So I can't keep up with how many kids and people live at her house. I hear hollering. I hear this one. I know there's a girl. I know Vaughn because I hear about Vaughn.
I can't even.
Cat. And then, so I don't know how many she I got to make sure I got to make enough of this go around because they're all going to be, they will be like vultures. Because let me tell you, it happens every time.
Never know.
It's because he's good stuff. And
I never know how many of my kids are in the house.
see, so I am preparing. And it's a big old pot. It's a big old pot. And
I
then,
love it. I know. I was telling Vaughn that.
oh,
He can't wait. Here's what he said. No, what kind of pasta would that go best with? And I was like, I don't fucking know.
you know what?
Well, I figured that out.
I better be on that list for shipment of fucking meatballs. That's all.
You are. I already said I got
right.
and I got more ice packs. So yeah, it'll be in a frozen big Ziploc bag. You'll get.
My wife's making me homemade chicken wings, I think.
No, she got
wings or something.
She can cook.
Yeah, she can. She made rolled lasagna for our
that
guests.
rolled lasagna. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. Noosa, love to hear. Hubby's hungry, so you guess you better feed him. Well, you go feed him something good, honey. I like women who know how to feed their families. Y'all know that. I think that's important. So,
Pearl, I was thinking the same thing. A nice pina pasta.
nice. Pasta, you know what? If you want to put it with baked ziti, and you put the meatballs on top, and then you put a layer of cheese on top, and another layer of sauce, a little bit of sauce sprinkle around. It makes great baked ziti. You can just put it over spaghetti. You put it over linguine. Or if you want to separate it out and just use a little sauce on top of the meatballs in a sub, that's my husband takes that to work.
Oh,
and because
that might
like two or 3 days, we eat it for 2 or 3 days. It only gets better. It's like anything Italian. Better the next day. So yeah, you'll enjoy it. You will enjoy.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I know that.
I gotta be famous for something. But hey, brown eyed girl, is Beth Roach in here? Where is she? Did I see her?
I love brown eyed girl.
I love her too.
Brown eyed girl makes me crack up when she does the videos.
When she gets mad and her Boston comes out, that's when I tune in. It reminds me of
it's so cute.
Brings back memories of home.
It's like the Southern mom with the Boston accent.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got another question to ask because I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, hold on, Shannon. How was? They're doing good. Izzy, we get ready to go to the beach. So, well, we were going to leave Tuesday. Now we're not leaving until Wednesday. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Sounds like there's some drama at Shannon house.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you think you're getting anyway. I mean, I'm going to the beach. I'm not going to be a bitch about it. A day late, but that's okay. So this, all right. Holly apparently had Mallory on, but Mallory, I don't know what she really did. Oda May, blah blah blah. They were all talking about that damn Becca. All right, which was what Dave the fisherman's wife or girlfriend or whatever.
I have to say, okay, I watched the whole stream, so I can give you a rundown if you want it.
I do because I don't understand.
I watched it. And in fact, we were talking about that last night because a lot of people were angry with Mallory for coming in the way she did. She came in hot, and she told me. In fact, she sent me a text before I went on, and I haven't been able to watch. I didn't have time to watch her. She said, because I said, I think I understand how she came in. She had just had enough, and she came in hot. And, but I love Mallory for doing those things. Sometimes you need that. And she said, video explaining herself and that she didn't come in anger. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll watch it. Hey, Savage.
Hey, Savage.
Look. But when I watched it, they wanted Becca on. Holly wants to always forgive everybody and be a peacemaker. Now that's correct.
Yeah, no, it pisses me off. It pisses
me off because people fuck her over like Benny G over and over and over again, and RSN and all the rest of them. And I'm like, Holly, and she's like, oh no, I can't. I'm not like that. I'm like, but they are. Stay away from these people. And quit. You can't pet vipers. Okay, there's just some people you just got to say they're vipers. Stay away from them. And go on. There's plenty of good people, but Holly has to learn the hard way. And I love her for having an open heart, but it drives me crazy. So anyway, she was like,
Has Becca turned on Dave?
Becca, apparently, the storyline that they're putting out, which I don't think anybody really believes, is that she's left with Stickers. She's going to the UK. Stickers is a
Okay, hold on.
wife beater from England.
Oh,
That's the best way I could.
Because I didn't know who that was either. I didn't know what. I mean, I was like, I have enough trouble keeping up with this community. I can't worry about that community, and I can't go to the crime community. And for God's sakes, I don't want to know nothing going on. In other. I can't do it. All right, so
these two, they claim Dave claims to be Boyd, but he has only been around for like a couple years. He's not old,
right?
Boyd, and they don't accept him. And he started getting more attention when he came into the crime community or the drama community. So
yeah,
there's been all this shit that's gone on from like the pedo website. Turns out he did that. He was the one that put everybody on it.
Who?
Stickers and 180.
Oh, okay.
Becca was witness to all of it. Hooker knew and was like, "Why are you lying?" She confronted her on that string. She said, "Why are you lying about that? You know that I was witness in that hangout to what was being done." So, and a lot of people were mad at Awesome Hooker because she didn't speak up and say, "Hey, he did it." But then again, she was kind of getting swept along in the tide, and she didn't know who to trust, who not to trust, what was going to happen to her. But Becca and Dave were complicit. She tries to blame Dave for everything that she's ever done, from saying that she was pregnant, and then that she had a miscarriage, and then that she didn't, or rolling her car and saying, "This is because of bullies on YouTube." That was the biggest bunch of horse shit. I mean, come on, people. Right, don't buy that. The fact that Lucy should be a lawyer. Lucy was nailing her. She was like, "What kind of MS do you have?"
Savage said, "Lick it, Carrie."
What?
Savage said, "Lick it, Carrie." So Carrie must still be somewhere in there.
I think she's the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for my temper earlier, but anyway, so what did Bullet
need to happen?
They were getting details. Like Lucy was like, "Okay, you have MS, and you're on these medicines. You can't name a medicine, and you don't even know what type of MS you have." Kind of like Dave,
right?
The dialysis lie and the different things.
Oh God, Dave he been dying for a year and a half. What the fuck? Do what I don't.
Stir your sauce, Beth.
Yeah, thank you. You're a good guy.
Don't burn my balls.
No, there's no balls in here yet. I need to turn it down,
okay.
Honestly. Right?
Hey, Angela, I'm gonna have balls before you.
I sent you a ransom demand. Did you get my text message? I know I sent it to you.
They got
to me or
mad at Mallory.
Yeah, Shannon. Hold on. Said Shannon, it's Angelo. Listen, just by happenstance. This was a joke because you weren't in the stream. Just by happenstance, if you happen to get a jar in the mail, for the love of God, don't fucking open it. It's not for me. It was a hypothetical.
It was going to the partner.
The joke was, like you can't send poop or pee in the mail because it's considered. So I asked if you could fart in a jar and seal it. And send it to somebody. And the joke was we were going to send it to you. And I'm like, I really don't feel like being killed.
We tried to. I sent you a message. I was like, we need you right now.
Oh my God. I was like, can you imagine Savage opening an empty jar and a fart just wafering out of it?
Who the fuck sent me this? I'm going to kill him.
Oh, shit. She'd have been live from the damn post office. What the fuck?
So I sent you a text message because if somebody was watching the stream, somebody's bound to send you a jar and somehow it'll be my fault. So.
Empty jar in the mail.
By happenstance, if you do receive a jar
I never do. I receive many in the mail and I never do.
Oh,
all right, so I'm sorry. So Becca. All right, so Becca can't tell us what
lies.
She was lying nonstop.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we all knew that. I mean, but we needed a confirmation.
What the big thing was is
she admitted
these two people bullied that guy off of YouTube, the Tony Brown guy.
Right.
by putting them not only on the pedophile site but harassing them off of line. And this is a guy who's confined to a motorized wheelchair, and he basically did gaming streams. That's it. He had kids, who come watch and play games. So he basically got rid of all his shit and went offline. So
put his link in the chat, please.
And
link so you can set him up.
Miss Zombie was calling Becca out from the chat. She was getting pissed because
I gotta wash my hands.
Becca was like, "Yeah, after we did that, we drove up to his house and gave him a brand new system and all this shit." She's like, "No, you fucking did not."
Yeah, had his mother. His mother said it too.
And so basically, I started a PayPal for my new business. So I said, you know what? It's our responsibility to fix this. I know we weren't part of the problem, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people went to Dave as some fucking savior for shit. Mm-hmm. So I felt it was, to be a catalyst in trying to get him a new game system. And Shannon, in less than 24 hours, we raised enough to not only get him a game system, but 2 remotes, a charging station, a $100 digital gift card for games, and it's all going to be there. But it felt good to do that.
Yeah,
right. Well, he seems like he's much loved.
Okay, can you?
Yeah, he's well loved.
Link in the chat, please.
Yeah, I'm getting it now. Give me a second.
And also put the PayPal link in the chat because people that want to donate. Last night, people were like, "Is it over?" And I'm like, "Well, I know that they already got in the game system and a membership, but people are like, oh, I wanted to do it too. Even if it's $5 or $10, everybody wants to help."
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of other things. We're keeping it down low, but there's a couple of other things he needs, and he won't ask for anything. So I mean, he doesn't ask for nothing. He won't ask for nothing.
Yeah.
But like his wheelchair needs a replacement battery, and he won't ask for it. I think he does some kind of like woodworking from home.
Yeah, you were saying that he does woodwork.
Yeah, so he does some kind of wood, but he needs like new equipment because it's old. There's his channel, and you want the PayPal. The PayPal link is my link.
That's fine. Everybody knows that. Listen, I trust you.
I have been keeping 100% receipts. If anybody wants to see anything, as long as it doesn't reveal our addresses or names, I will definitely share the receipts. I can crop things out and all that crap.
So please, if you wanted to donate, and if you're watching this at a later time, because a lot of people they'll be like, "Oh, the link is there," so I keep this up. Y'all know, even though I feel fit. But I've been mad since Monday night, so I have a reason to. The thing is, if they want to help, and we need to give them an opportunity to, and let's share it. I would rather give than receive. So.
All right. So here's the PayPal link.
All right.
Now I don't want to give too much away because I don't know if he's watching, so I don't want him to know what I'm working on next, but a specific woodworking tool. I won't give the exact name. That's it's designed for handicapped individuals.
Awesome. So, see, this is what we need more of. We need more of this and less of the other stuff. Now, the question was asked: why was everybody mad at Mallory? Okay, Mallory she's not going to pussyfoot around anything.
She has no filter.
Yeah,
she's honest and 100% passionate.
I love that about her. But you're going to get it straight from the hip with her. And Lucy was taking it step by step. I swear, she'd be a great litigator. But Lucy they were doing it gently to draw it out of Becca because Becca's a liar. We know she's a liar. We know she's been lying. We know it's bullshit that she's been spreading. We can tell them right. The fact that she was getting up there and she was telling lies and she couldn't think that they were giving her time to come up with lies so they could debunk them. Then Mallory came in and she was like, "You know what? This is just bullshit. Y'all know she's lying. What do you expect them to get out of it?" I agree with both sides. What are y'all barking at? Would y'all get down here?
They want meatballs.
They're pissed.
Would y'all shut up? Shut the hell up.
Hi, Kayla. Oh no! Now there'll be a stream later on. Mama Beth yelled at her dogs.
No, Beth says
Is that abuse?
this is a bad mommy.
Yeah, oh Lord. Save that stream.
They're going to get meatballs. They know it. They know every time I make it. So Mallory came in, and I agree with both sides. Okay? They were taking a scalpel and dissecting. Mallory came in and said, this is bullshit. We're ripping this meat off the bone. And she wasn't, and I misspoke. It wasn't temper that did it. It was just, I think, frustration and her personality. She was just like, y'all wasted time here. We know she's a liar, and you're not getting anywhere. But they wanted to hear, I think, out of Becca's mouth that
I'm going to mute for a sec because I'm eating and I don't want to.
Yeah, do not pull a Vinny jig. MBW is an animal abuse.
Oh, God, right.
Oh shit, there will be a video. Kyle had me in a wheel.
Yeah, I said there's gonna be a video.
This
will be a
put me in a
clip
again, I'm gonna kill you. Just know that. Have me your dog. I'm going, Brian, get the hell back here.
I yell at mine all the time. I have to yell at mine because she's deaf. So I'm always yelling at mine. Hey, Lola!
Oh my God.
She ain't coming.
Hello.
Lola not coming.
Hey man, this is the lady that's hopefully going to watch.
So all right,
at the beach. I'm going to mute for just a second. Hey Kim, I'm on live stream. Hold on just a second, baby.
Okay.
Shannon, take over. You and Angela.
That just leaves me because Angela's eating. I got it. So let me see what. Hello, Bittersweet. I see you all. Hello. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna give you a little. Tomorrow, my daughter, who has been at a.
I'm so sore right now. I want to die.
Okay, that was her.
Okay, my hips hurt.
Okay.
My legs hurt.
All right, you sound like my grandma. You sound like my grandma. Go on. So, she's been at a theater workshop at Randolph College
on a full scholarship.
On a full scholarship, she does.
Okay.
And they have done improv, they've done musical theater, they've done movement, they've done Shakespeare. Tomorrow's the last day, and there's going to be a showcase and then a banquet afterwards. So that's what we got going on. And then Mama Beth is coming. And
I'm sliding in.
When there we go. She's sliding in. So when she wakes up Saturday, she's gonna call me, and we're gonna go. I don't know if they'll come over here. Well, I'll probably have to go over there because my house looks like all my laundry's taken out.
Listen, I don't worry about what my house looks like. Listen, it looks like a construction zone right now. Y'all see this shit behind me, right?
Yeah. Well, so then Mama Beth is gonna go to the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to the beach.
Yep.
She's going to the beach.
Well, how long do you?
Yeah, which one?
To the beach. What beach are you going to? We may be
going to Myrtle Beach.
You're going to Myrtle?
I know, right? Myrtle Beach for 12 days.
Well, I'm in Hatteras until Friday night, Sunday morning, or Saturday morning.
Oh, I love Cape Hatteras, though. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
We love Outer Banks. I mean, we try to go at least once or twice a year there, and then we go other places. But the last 2 days, we may be sliding through Myrtle. So if we do, I'll hop.
What? Hey, if you do it on Wednesday, baby 681 is not injured. Copper, it is, because she has loved every day of this camp. There has not been a day of it that she has not loved. She gets in the car, she gets there at 9. I pick her up at 4. And they work. I mean, there's only like I can't remember, a 50-minute lunch, but
your kid is.
She is. Well, she's sore because they've been. She's sore because they've been doing dance numbers and they're doing a Hamilton piece, a piece from Hamilton. And it's a 5-minute song and dance thing.
We have to sing it.
Yeah, I said song. And then they'll do their other stuff. So I love Myrtle Beach too, y'all. I would love it. I love it.
I like
love it.
North Myrtle.
I love any Myrtle.
I can't see the
Um,
whole where all the families are and everything because honestly, I'm just like, get those kids away from me. You know, I want to be quiet.
well, see, now if we ever go kid free, because obviously I'm lucky. All 4 of my children will be there, and my 3 grandchildren. All right, so
You're where the family go, so that's smart.
we are right near like the huge Ferris wheel and the
Oh, you're right on the board. Yeah.
Sky wheel, the pavilion, all that bullshit.
Love it.
So
Well,
the kids love it. And what
I had Myrtle at the back of my hand because I always took my daughter. We would, because I lived in North Carolina, and I would pick up.
Mallory's here.
Mallory, please come
Mallory's
on.
here.
Wait a minute, I gotta find my dish rag. We were talking about you, and in a good way. But you can explain better.
Were your ears burning?
Where is she? Wait a minute.
Love you.
Let me get the link, baby.
I always see you, Mallory. I look for you. I stalk you.
We stop, Mallory.
I want to be you.
She knows that. How can you not love Mallory?
Just put it down over there. I know.
Okay,
well, let me tell you. In the beginning, I didn't like Mallory.
Really?
She was saying it.
Oh,
I didn't. I didn't. I was not impressed. I didn't get it. She was over there with Uni and them, and that could have been it. But then I think I know we talked about it because everybody said you just got to get Mallorized.
Yeah.
And
she Mallorized.
I did, and I am in love with her. I'm in love with her.
How could you not be?
I know, exactly. I wasted a lot of damn time.
Yeah, and she. I actually got her before she got me. She was like, Mama Bear told me like it was. It was so funny. But she got it, Mallory, here, wait a minute. Oh, I guess I got to hit send. There's you a link. Because we're talking about Holly's stream and why people got angry at you. And you told me that you made a stream and that would explain it better. But I haven't had a chance to watch it. So come on up, baby.
Yeah, I watched it, and here's the thing: I watched it without watching Holly stream, and everything, whatever they said she didn't do any of it because it's right there.
Right. Well, what she was making. They were making sense. They were going at it from a different angle, but what she was saying made sense too. That you got to give credit. She cut through the bullshit. She did, and that's what she does, and that's one of the reasons that I love her because it's no bullshit. No bullshit. Didn't tell it for you.
Do not wait until 8 o'clock at night and I have to wash your clothes because I am a mother and I don't have to be on the clock. I go off at 8 unless there's vomiting or bleeding.
Yeah, or a bone show.
Or fire. And I've got to make sure y'all get out.
If there was a fire, you'd still be asleep.
I would sleep through it. It's not the problem. I go off at 8. If you want me to stay up and watch that, that's going to be 9. That's OT.
You got to pay for that shit.
Yeah, that's OT. They ain't coming out of my pocket. They ain't coming out of my pocket.
Oh my God, that's funny. That's what I always say.
Working all the way till 9.
Quit asking me questions. I'm off the clock.
Oh, I'm always off the clock.
Oh my
Sometimes
Lord.
I just take a break and do not call me Mom. Call me Shannon.
Yeah.
Because I am not your mother right now.
She took it off her Twitter, but she said, and that beautiful brag of hers, she goes, I'm changing my name. I'm going to change my name. Mom.
God.
All day long. I'm changing my name. It's like,
it's true though. Hey Willow.
Where's
Hey Lisa. She on the way.
Get your butt up here. Come on, honey. I love her on my panel. I love having y'all up here. I have the best friend. There she is. Oh, look at that dude.
There's my lover.
Hello, my YouTube lover.
I do that. I felt that with you. My husband says, I love Mallory to death. I see why you love her to death. He says, but that's crazy shit. He said, that's creepy. That's Rocky Horror creepy. And I'm like,
I
that's what
love Beth. Listen, let's just recap. I love Beth from the get-go, from the moment I laid eyes on her. And like she said, she was literally, she was Malorizing me in reverse. So don't let anybody out there say I'm so thick skinned, because some of my my would-be haters I'll fall in love with instantly, and we'll have a lifetime love affair.
It
And that's
wasn't
what
a hate
happens.
either. I was just calling you on bullshit.
That's it. But it's the way you did it. You didn't do it in such a hateful way. You really you were smooth, or you were a smooth kitty cat. And I give people credit for that. And now Shannon, listen, Shannon, I am so happy because you have this strong chorus personality, right? And I'm attracted to strong women, period.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, you're like my YouTube share. So.
Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta get something to wipe my eyes. Hold on.
I really enjoy you. I like your humor. Your
sorry, I'm just saying. Hi, Alicia. Hi, y'all.
She just makes me giggle, and I like to giggle. So
my husband's. Well, he'll say Shannon was on, and I was at work. I didn't get to hear it, and it'll be 11 o'clock at night. He said, "Oh, I missed Shannon's stream. I gotta go watch." I'm like,
"Oh my God!"
Especially
if I'm mad about
streams as religiously as you do hers. He's like, "Well, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying." I just have to laugh. By the way, the phone call. Big thanks to a dear, dear friend of mine at Canine Vanities, who I have known pretty much all my life. We literally drive to Virginia to take our dogs because I don't trust anybody with them. I don't know. Yes, I'm evil to my dogs. I'm a mean pet parent. But yet she is so good with them. She's taken care of every dog that I've owned. And since she started her business, she found a place for the babies because, Daniel didn't decide.
Oh.
And she was like, I'm going to tell you, I slid you in here. I fit them in. Like, her business has blown up. And I'm just.
Oh, that's good.
So, honey, if you're watching, she said to schedule better next time. But yeah, and I got to take her meatballs too. So,
Lord, you're going to be making meatballs to the second you leave.
Honey, I have got 4 pounds of hamburger and 2.5 pounds of sausage.
Well, you better get a charger with a crock pot to it and get them on the car.
Yeah, the sauce. Once the sauce cooks down, they're pretty quick because I use a couple of different pots, and I'll divide my sauce up and put the meatballs out. So it works. Am I getting deliveries? My dog's going nuts up there. Boys, get your butts down here. Oh, Lord, it's getting thick. Okay, Mallory, now tell us what happened when you came in and your motivations, and let's analyze the situation. Because I said it was your personality.
Say it again. What were you saying earlier? Because I missed it. You said you were talking about me or something earlier.
Yeah.
Can you recap whatever it was?
Yeah, when you came in Holly's stream, they were picking her apart. They were using a scalpel. You were like, "Fuck that! Rip the meat off the bone."
Oh yeah.
Because they weren't going to get anywhere, and that was your reasoning, from what I understood. You were like, "This is bullshit. She's never going to tell you what you want to hear.
Pearl.
She's never going to own it." Okay, Pearl. Love y'all. Get the kids out. Feed them. She's never going to give you what you want to hear. She's never going to take culpability or any kind of responsibility. She's just blaming everything on Dave.
Yeah.
And, and I think you came in there and you basically, you have a temper, just like we all do. And you're like, "Oh, fuck this," And
here's the thing. They are they, I am I, right? We all have our, I bet we all drive a car different, but we can still get to the same destination, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. It was like, I knew what they were doing. And it was really, they had to have known. And I believe that they knew they were never going to get anywhere. I don't think that was their goal. It seemed to me that they were all playing the same instrument. They were all just taking their turns being passive aggressive. And that's exactly what it was.
Passive aggressive. I'll disagree with you on that point. I think.
Well, let me touch on what I see as passive aggressive. Okay. We might have 2 different definitions of passive aggressive. To me, when you were asking a question to somebody in a snide way in which you already know the answer they're going to give. You already know you're going to call bullshit on whatever they give. And you're asking it in such a way where you want to see them squirm. To me, that's passive aggressive.
See, and I know Lucy was calling bullshit, but that's
Savage.
We have asked, and y'all need to go watch Savage tonight at 9. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a barn burner or some kind of burner. I'm not saying what. I think what they were doing, because look, Lucy knows what kind of the different kinds of MS, and she is a nurse. She has the background. And basically, if you take your time and Google long enough, you will find out about MS and what medication. They don't even, when they lie, they don't even do the research for lies. You know what I'm saying? They're lazy. They're just
well, that's a good point right there, because the one was she was asking these ridiculous questions because the concept was ridiculous to me. Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my cat ran across my.
Oh wait, I've got to move my butt. Oh.
So, you know, I know she was asking, like, so if you had MS, which MS do you have? You know, I'm going to tell you why it's passive aggressive, or as I read it as passive aggressive. And I'm going to give you the perfect example now, because Beth, you have that beautiful pot of meatballs with that sauce cooking, right? Are there meatballs in the oven? What's the deal?
Yeah, the meat is right here. I have not made the balls yet. The sauce has to cook down.
So let's just pretend you made your meatballs. Now, here's the real. I actually know that you bought them out of the freezer section at Costco. I know that. Listen, so I know that to be true, factually. And I know full well that you're going to try to pass those meatballs into your dying day as homemade Beth balls, right? But I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say, well, those meatballs sure do look good. How'd you make them? What you put in them? And I'm gonna sit here and watch you squirm your way out. It's like, it's just, to me, it's borderline bullying. Okay, and I get it. That woman was a horror. Becca is. If anyone deserves a couple punches in the head, she is probably a good.
Oh yeah, full face.
So that's not my concern. It was just I watched enough of the tactic. I watched enough. They were all 4 or 5 of them. Nicole was the only one that even resembled something that I might be interested in, because she was taking a card from my book. Like, all right, let's just cut through the bullshit.
Yeah.
And you know, but that wasn't going to go over well. They were afraid to lose her and all that, and that's fine.
And they did. She kept hopping off, and then she'd come back, and then she'd hop off. But you have to understand that passive aggressive behavior that you're describing is exactly what they do in a court of law.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. They're not in a court of law. They're sitting on a panel. You're entertaining people, okay? Now, let me finish.
I got you.
Let me say this. What's not being told is, you know, just as videos are recorded, well, so is the side chat, thank God.
Right.
Anybody can go look at the last 10 minutes. I didn't record the side chat, but I did record the last 10 minutes, and I broke it down bit by bit of the video and all. You know, it's worth watching. I encourage everyone to go over and watch it, truthfully.
Yes, and I did, and I'm glad I did. And if it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, if you want to get the real deal, nothing's been fudged, edited. It is what it is. Other than me explaining my perspective as we go. What was I saying before I said, wait a minute, let me finish.
That you've seen this tactic, and this is for entertainment.
Oh, yes. So the side chat, listen, here's the deal. Yeah. For anybody that tells anybody that the side chat was all basically, the side chat and the panel were all in perfect unity. So here's the deal. There was about 200 people watching that stream. There was, I don't know how many people in the chat itself, but you know, usually you'll have the same, like maybe 15 to 20 people if on a good night you'll have them, but most people are not even going to be participating in the chat. So we had 200 people. Okay. Now we had,
and that's rare for Holly, and people have to understand that. That's rare. Holly doesn't have huge chats. She may even have as many as she did on the panel, but she doesn't have huge chats like that.
She's been doing pretty good. It seems like lately 200 isn't really too hard to pull since all these communities have kind of melded. But
it depends on what the topic is, and that was a hot topic.
It was good. Yes, people are interested in the topic and everything. But what I'm getting at is there are plenty of people in that side chat. The minute that I came into the side chat before I even went on panel, people were, Mallory, you need to go on panel. Well, I was sent a link. Okay, so when I'm sent a link, but you know, whatever anybody may think, my argument is, if I'm given a link from the hostess, you will allow me to speak. At some point, you will allow me to speak. Which that courtesy was never extended to me. It just wasn't. And that was my major issue. I was talked over at every turn. I was not invited to the party. Let's just put it that way.
Well, you got the invite, but they didn't let you through the foyer.
The what?
You got the invite, but they didn't let you through the foyer. That's
that's what it was.
And I sensed your frustration there.
It was frustrating because, listen, I got out of the way so Nicole could speak. I got out of the way so some other people could get there and chirp. I sat there so quietly waiting my turn, which obviously was never going to come. When I finally saw a window where I could say something, I wasn't even able to complete I got about 20 seconds in to my statement before people started yammering over me. And that's the most I got to say is that 20 seconds. Everything there it was a fight to be heard on all sides. And that's what aggravates me because I wasn't doing anything that anyone else in there wasn't doing. If the crime is talking while someone else is talking, well, the whole panel should have been booted.
Yeah, everybody was talking over everybody else. I saw that.
But the one girl on there, Lucy, she muted me. But like I said, I could have said nothing or something, whatever. She was out for me. It's period. And the thing is, I could have muted her. That's what aggravates me. Like these people, I could have booted Vinny. I could have booted Lucy. Anybody that I wasn't liking, I could have booted them. But I don't do that.
I wish you had booted Vinny. He's an ass, and I can't stand him. And I don't know why he was there. He
only came back on because he wasn't coming back on. He only came back on because he saw some commotion, which was me on the panel, and he wanted to get in there and play the big hero and talk down to me, talk smack to me, you know, and ultimately pull the trigger and boot me off. That's all he wanted to do.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Can I ask a question? I just want to ask one question.
Please.
Mallory actually knows Becca more than we do.
That's
right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, it looks like you would be the one that they would. You know the history. You've been there.
I have been in the community since 2015. They came into the community at the latter part of 2017.
Yeah.
Like November, December, and by January, February, March, April, it was of 18. It was all about those two and the craziness when they were doing the whole Day of the Millionaire and all that nonsense.
God.
Well, Lindy, of course, is trying to sell the story that I was never there. So therefore, I don't know these people. I had nothing to offer because that's her story. She's just trying to paint me out, paint me out of the picture altogether, which is why I had to put up that one video not only proving that I was there at the time, but I had two of the most viewed videos at the bottom of YouTube at the time regarding the topic. So it's kind of hard to argue with that one, but that's just more lies.
We'll get along. Either y'all gonna have to fight it out, do something, because y'all going back and forth. And
it's not even. Listen, here's the thing. Just like Unitonica, I had my fill. I had my fill of Unitonica. I can only give and receive so much before I literally had my fill. That's how I was with Lindy. Yeah. I had my fill with her. I had my fill with the Boris guy. Truthfully, when I say I have my fill,
I like Boris and I like Lindy. I can listen to them, but I don't like this whole Bash Mallory stuff. I just turn it off. I'm not gonna
Well,
listen to that. I don't listen to
if they've just taken it to some crazy levels. Boris seems to have laid off, but he could start back up anytime. But the Lindsay girl is relentless. Here's the thing, think about this, people. I was on somebody else's panel. I was on Holly's panel. I had a link. I was talking. Let's just say worst case scenario, I went on that panel and I destroyed the whole vibe, and I wound up chasing off the guest of honor. I ruined. Let's just say she's right, and I ruined the panel. Here's the bottom line: what business is it of hers? Okay, what business was it? Her panel? Was it her I was talking over? No. And like I said, I had nothing to do with that woman for some time. But she made it out as if I did something to her and her crew. I'm like, bitch, I didn't do nothing to you. You weren't even up here. You weren't even offered a link, darling. I was. So at least give me that. So what did she do? As soon as it was over, she went over to her channel. She did like an hour or so stream in my honor. Most of it was just bashing my car and bashing my hair and bashing how I looked, and bashing my, my pets and my chickens and whatever she thought she knew about.
Lindy did that.
Andy, see, I won't listen to those streams. I am not listening to them anymore. I'm tired of it.
Then what she did when she was done with that one, she went over on Periscope and did a whole nother 40-minute set on me. And I'll call it a set. She did a whole nother 40 minutes bashing the way I look and all this stuff, and my bird's nest hair and my bad wigs and all that stuff.
Can we get to that real quick? Side notes. Last night, Lucy and Yuri, I guess, were making fun of your hair and saying it was a wig.
They're taking their followers. They're taking a page out of.
Does that make them transphobic? We're trying to figure out the rules.
So here's what anybody out there, listen. Sometimes, now see, I've done a lot of talking today, so bear with me. People who get to know me, they know that a lot of my bravado is just that. It's a more persona. A lot of it is persona. There are different aspects of my personality that come out. And on YouTube, I'm a bit more exaggerated. But the thing is, sometimes even in my YouTube life, I will bring it completely down to the baseline of me. And I'm going to give you like a serious insight to who I am or what I am. Same way I did with like my name change video, my video where my transition video. I'm going to, you know what I mean? There's a few videos out there that I'm going to give you a serious, no bullshit insight to me. No drama, no crazy, no over the top. And I just did one of those tonight. And it's on the topic you just asked. And I put that on the Mallory Williams Too Hot for Primetime channel.
I'm glad you got this channel.
Yeah, and is that what I'm logged in on? No, this is my regular one, right?
No, you're on Too Hot for Primetime. Well, I don't know what you're on right now. It was in the chat. It was Too Hot for Primetime.
Hold on. Well, let me just see. Let me see.
But y'all go sub her up and watch because she has really good.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
type in.
I just did. So go over there.
Okay.
Look at the video I just did over there about a half hour, an hour ago, something like that. It is, in my opinion, it's something worth listening to. And I think everyone can benefit from it. I really do.
Well, that's what we were discussing before we got onto this whole Holly streaming back in the day, is we need to, we want to be more educated and know what is right to say, what is wrong to say. Because I see you as a woman. I'm sorry, I don't see you as anything other than someone just like myself, right. That because I don't think you want special treatment at all.
And most of it, when people are attacking me, like I said, I mean, it takes a lot to kind of hurt my crusty feelings. Okay, true story.
Well, we got thick skin after a while,
I really do. So, but it's like, it's still though, I feel for when you're bashing these statements, I can't completely ignore the fact that they're laced with hypocrisy. They're laced with carelessness for how other trans women could be affected by this statement. So in a nutshell, this is my honest opinion, is if you believe that I have bad hair, you believe it's overprocessed, and you feel like the only resort you have left is to attack me for my looks and for my hair, then you can do that. It is fair for them to say that my hair looks like crap, or they don't like my hair, or it looks overprocessed. I don't find that to be transphobic whatsoever.
Okay.
This is where the fine line comes in. This is where it becomes transphobic. When you start talking about a wig on a transgender person, whether you're complimenting that wig or insulting a wig, because that wig is very much part of that person's identity and ability to get through life. Any woman out there, listen, I pay attention, and I happen to know that Beth herself, she has a little hairstylist come right to her house. You know what I mean? To take care of her hair, because her hair is very much part of her identity. And trust me, after doing hair for so long in the industry, I know how hair affects people. So,
well, that's what I said. That it would be
when you sit there and start, making these wig comments for a trans person, who may not. You have to think of the trans people that may not have any other choice. They have to wear a wig. They've got to wear extensions. They've got to wear something, in order to try to pass through society the best they can. And guess what? Even if they have the cheapest, low par wig, budget is everything. Whatever. Maybe in their mind it's the best they could do. Maybe in their mind they're praying it will pass. It'll pass. So you can't just out somebody for wearing a wig. That becomes transphobic, especially when you're compounding it and you're already bashing that trans person constantly with other physical flaws. Now you're going to start on your, it's just a very derogatory tone. Like, bitch, you wear a wig. That's really what it is. That's the tone. Bitch, you're bald, you're wearing a wig.
And
That's
I think
really
it's
the
the
tone.
same in the black community, because so many I have tons of black friends, and they have taught me about extensions. I've had weaves. I've worn wigs. Didn't like wigs. They were hot. But I know that the worst thing you could do, I was told the worst thing you can do to a black woman is tear her wig off. You take her wig off, there's war.
You just don't do it. Like, even if, for instance, now some people are very open. If a woman comes up to you, if a trans person comes in and says, listen, I just bought this wig. Do you love it? Do you like it? Whatever. That's a different story. But most people are not going to do that. Okay. So if they don't mention their wig, you don't mention their wig. You can walk up to them and you can say, wow, I really like your hair. It looks nice. You don't walk up to them and say, oh, I like your wig. Where'd you get it? Or is that a wig, girl? Or, I can tell you where to get a better wig. No, you don't do that.
I can't imagine.
That's what I was saying. That a woman, if Lucy or whoever, whatever the fuck they are.
It was Lucy and Yuri, and they were having a discussion apparently, and that came up.
Yeah,
and her hair.
Rebecca's hair has been talked about, as we all know. But you wouldn't, like, if she were having a fight with me, all right, me and her were having a tit for tat, she wouldn't start talking about my hair.
Right.
It's too, it's an obvious kicking them, kicking the teeth.
It's exactly
that's
what they don't want to take responsibility for it.
If you okay, and I'll weigh in on with personal experience here with my Olaf story. That's my St. Olaf story. When I first found out that I didn't have arthritis and they put me on my track, what's the first thing that happened to lose hair? My eyebrows are so thin. I have, thank God for an Anastasia Beverly Hills. I take so many vitamins and supplements and to keep my hair in my head. My hair came out in clumps. And I sat in my bathroom and bawled. Because I have the thing that everybody always complimented me on, you have the most beautiful head of hair. Because it's so thick. And it didn't matter how thin I was, how fat I was. They'd say, you're so pretty and you've got the most beautiful head of hair. the thought of going bald, my best friend said, I'll shave my head with you. I said, no, because I don't want you to feel like I'm with you. And so hair to me, yeah, it's more than part of my identity. It's like, I think I would probably, it would take some strong medication to keep me, you know.
Yeah. So now think about that. I mean, this is what I try to compel people to do. And I know it's not easy to try to visualize in someone else's shoes, but we're going to try to play here. Let's pretend Beth is a transgender female. Let's pretend Beth does not have all this beautiful hair of her own, that she's bald on top. She's got a little bit of hair on the sides. She's trying to grow her hair out, but it's never going to do the job. So she's got to get a wig. And she just wants to be able to go through society. And that wig is going to be a safety blanket for her, because in her mind, she's going to be like, it could be something as simple as long as they don't make eye contact, they see the long hair, they'll think I'm a woman.
I just want you just want to look normal. You just want to be accepted and not be.
When you do that, you're intentionally trying to strip somebody from their security, their confidence. We'll go right back to Lindy. She couldn't just stop at my hair. She couldn't just stop that she hated my hair itself. Mm-hmm. Then she had to go in this line all the time. I'm not trying to be ugly. Well, you know, when she says that, brace yourself, because some ugly shit's coming. But,
well, that's a Southern saying. I'm not trying to be ugly, but I'm going to be.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be ugly, but you know, if you look at Mallory's older pictures, she had a really problem with a receding hairline. You know, that's why she tries to wear it forward to cover all that receding hairline. That is nasty, and you don't do that to trans women. Then it becomes transphobic.
Listen, if my husband, thank goodness, is not bald, but if you know, his dad is thin, and I think his mother's side, they then. If my husband had lost his hair and was wearing a toupee and somebody made fun of it, I would probably punch them in the mouth. I'd beat them to death with my cane. And yes, I'm on my rolly chair, so if any G wants to make fun of me, he can suck a dick. But yeah, because hair is very important. Kyle, imagine if you had no hair without it being your choice. You know, men can shave their heads. Well, women can too. But most of the time that you don't, unless you're losing it and you're trying to cover up. And then they have facial hair. You'll see bald guys with the, you know, what is it they call the high country goatee or whatever it is. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I get it. I get that. And
trans women, it is, I mean, they have to look at themselves every day in the morning. They've looked at themselves their whole life and just seen, you know, people can't imagine what it's. I really think people write it off, the fact that, because you can't really relate what it would be like if you woke up one day and you were in a different body. And I think people just can't relate to that, and they really just start to think it's just a casual choice people make. And since it's just a casual choice, you'll never look like a real woman. You'll never be a real woman. So I can say these things to you because you're not really harmed at birth. You're just somebody who just wants to make a crazy decision in life, and you'll never be one of us, and you won't pass. You walk like, you know, that's transphobic. I don't care how many trans friends these people claim to have in the background. I don't care. The bottom line is, if you're using those kind of statements, it does not matter that you happen to have a couple trans friends that you're actually decent to. It doesn't matter.
I get it. And
sorry.
That's, you know.
Oh, I think it was me, girl. I was like, what the hell?
No, it's me. I'm trying to do.
Sorry. Tell him to shut up. Of course, every time I phone, I hear Simon and Garfunkel, because that's.
At least it was beautiful Sam Smith.
But that's what we were trying to figure out, was whether it was part of a conversation. And, you know, if you're having a tiff with somebody, yeah, we go for looks sometimes, but does that make somebody just, they're being an ass, you know, big catty? Or does it go further? Did that conversation go further to where Lucy gets labeled transphobic? And Yuri was in the conversation too. So that's I think what we want to know. It's like, Okay, we know if someone uses the N word and they know it's wrong, that's racist, and they are racist. So it is making fun of someone's hair, just that because they don't like your personality on there, and they're looking for somebody to pick at. We know how awful that can be. I honestly, that would put daggers through me. I get that. Does that make her transphobic? See, I don't think it does. I think she was just finding something ugly to say, and
yeah. Well, that's my whole point. That's kind of the point of my video that I made was I made it a point. I said it 2 or 3 times that I really believe, and I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt that they're not transphobic people. Okay. They're not. Okay, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. But having said that, you cannot continue to speak like this and be shocked or surprised when people put you in that category. Because if you continue to talk like that and you know better, then damn it, you're transphobic. I don't care how many.
They would do better to accept the label. That's kind of where we're at with this, and I agree. And I don't think I don't think Lucy's transphobic.
No, I think she's a smart ass, and that's fine. And I think she tries to, she obviously go for the physical. That's, that's where she goes, and that's fine. But I'm just saying, if you're going to go for the physical to a trans person, it's a very fine line between transphobia and, just a typical universal slam on somebody's looks. You can't take it too far. You can bash somebody's hair. You cannot then say, but you're thinning. You got male pattern baldness. You can't do that to a trans person. You just can't.
It's the same way. Go ahead, Shannon. I'm sorry.
What in the hell is wrong with Lindy? Because there is not a video that she makes. It is not crawling up Dave and whoever's ass, and now your ass. She is an angry woman.
Lindy is
very angry.
She's very unhappy, and and the thing is, I used to really enjoy listening to her streams when she was talking to Boris. They get along like a funny married couple, and everybody, they can say what they want. I don't care. I don't care about their personal business. Nobody needs to tell me anything. Oh, Lindy did this and that and the other, and people try to tell. I don't want to know. Don't care. I don't care if she's had 5 husbands. I don't care what's going on. What I do care about is the fact that she doesn't seem to be happy, and
no,
she's fixated on a couple of people, a couple of groups of people. Mallory's one, definitely Dave, Becca, and it's every stream, and it's multiple streams, and I think that I wish, and I'm going to tell this to Lindy, I wish you would go and talk to someone, a therapist, and get this out of your system, because obviously it's eating you up. And
I've woken up at 6 a.m. and she is on and she is going off.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to begin to guess what's going on in her head, but the obvious is it rages her. Not just that she doesn't like me or she doesn't like Dave. Her rage, in my opinion, comes from the fact that other people like us. Mm-hmm. And as long as other people like us or see something entertaining in any of, that's what rages her, because she does have that personality. If you don't agree with me, I hate you. And there's something wrong with you. And I'm going to prove to you every day why you should agree with me. She's going to drive herself to a nut house one day.
Well, she's such a victim. Oh, and they did this to me, and they did that to me. Well, shut the fuck up about them, and they might forget.
Yeah, move on.
Around.
Right, she's been through some shit with these people, and I get that, and she's venting, but I don't see that Mallory has to be attacked every day. And
no, because I certainly don't do 1 hour, 40-minute stints on her. I don't ever just. Oh, I feel like fucking with Lindy today. Sorry for saying the F word, everyone. But you know what I mean? I feel like fucking with Lindy today. No, it's usually if Lindy comes out of my mouth, it's typically in a response to something, and a minimal response. I don't even go full force after this woman, because honestly, I feel like it's an unfair fight. And truthfully, she's just not that interesting to me.
Well,
Not to do a whole hour on her.
no, and and I miss, like I say, I see it. I just have to step out, because I'm just going to enrage her. I know that because I'm going to be like, because I may be in the fixer, and this is what gets my ass in trouble. I would go in and say, Lindy, I don't think you're really mad at them anymore. Maybe you're mad at other things, and why don't I talk to you away from all of this, and it doesn't need to be public, and let's see if we can find out what's really going on, and maybe get some happiness back, and get healthier. It's not
because
healthy.
she's when you
it's Brian and Merle being assholes they are.
when you listen to her
Shannon,
dreams,
hang on,
you come away with a knot in your gut.
This dog
and who wants to do that? Make me laugh.
Yeah. And that's what I attempt to do more often than not. I try to find the laughter through the madness. I always try to deliver laughs. When I'm going for someone, typically, I will always try to find some way in there to make somebody laugh at something. It's not just violent hatred.
Right.
I don't roll like that.
No, I like camp. I like campy. Back and forth. But if a stream does not if I'm not learning from you, or even when I make my own videos, if I'm not learning something, or I'm not laughing about something, or I'm just general, but this screaming and hollering and day and night, and I mean, finally I had to stop. I'm like, I don't want to hear this anymore. This woman needs help. To be that angry over the internet. And I realize it's coming to real life, and I get that, but just cut your losses and walk away. This is not a fight anybody's going to win.
Yeah.
Let me respond to DJ, and it's one of those things. Like, I think passionate is putting it lightly. I don't think passion and foul mouth, when you're just constantly cussing at people and toward people and calling them names and nastiness, that to me does not equate passion. That just says, bitch, I'm angry. And I do not buy the fact, I've like I said, I've been here from 2015, DJ, and I do not buy the fact that she only responds and retaliates. I don't buy that. I've seen her around. I've seen her MO. Now, in all fairness, I'm not saying that she's always the aggressor either. But lately, she is like a dog with a bone. She will not let up.
No.
And I will say with Lindy, she does respond when somebody says, well, that looks crazy. She does respond when somebody comes at her. She's very quick to respond.
Well, listen, if you just prove Holly's thing will prove it. D, go watch Holly. Go watch it. Holly's live stream will prove it, because I didn't have no issue with Miss Lindy while I was on that panel. Okay, none. I didn't have any words with her. I didn't have any confrontation, but she still went on and was very aggressive with me in an after chat, and so you can't do that. You can't say she's passionate, but she doesn't come for someone for no reason. That's a lie.
A lot of the things that, like David has said, this is what I was trying to get out. She responds, but a lot of the things that they say that are not directly to her, she'll make a stream about and be furious over. And I think it's a way to channel her anger. And that, I try to look for the whys and the wherefores, and I see that. And she's been angry, and it sounds like she's been very hurt. And, she needs to work it out. But this is not a positive way to do it, because she's not getting the attention that she needs and the help that she needs.
I agree completely. There's a question. Beth Rosette, how do you say it? Rosette? I don't know.
What?
Beth R. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm sorry. Right. Beth R. is asking a question. She says, Mallory, do you know what started this between you guys? And I absolutely know what started this between us guys. So when I came back into the scene like a wrecking ball, everybody remembers that, right?
Yeah, that was me.
Well,
she didn't come in here. She didn't come in easy. She came here like a wrecking ball.
I did, but again, none of my wrecking ball was on Lindy's lap. I never fell in her. I didn't even know her from a hole in the ground, really. Other than just kind of seeing her name flutter through and hearing her occasionally on somebody's live stream. But it had, my wrecking action had nothing to do with her. And I caught her a couple times, 2 or 3 times in the side chat, calling me a condescending bitch. Mallory's is a condescending bitch, thinks she's too good for everybody. And this suddenly, you know, you say it once, say it twice, fine. But then when I just hear you constantly, like you're getting on some kind of bandwagon, or you're trying, listen, girl, you got to get the joke. But she never got the joke. Even after everybody else embraced me, she just never got the joke. She never got the, and she just, there it went. And then one day I finally just kind of responded on my own channel. Because I caught her yet again on somebody's panel, just reading me for filth. And I'm like, all right, bitch, I don't know you. I've never had a word with you, but let me explain, you know, my feelings for you now. And that's how it started. And she has just been relentless ever since. She's not stopped.
And you know, wasn't there a time when you were on a panel with like her and Uni, and I think there was someone else, and then you woke up the next day and all of a sudden you were out of the girls club?
That was Uni's. Me and Uni were friends. I feel like I kind of took Uni under my wing. I found her, or she found me actually, and the drama community had spit her out. And I thought, well, she seems like a nice girl. She's like all of us. And we were just talking, and she would show up. And before you know it, she was on my panels, and I was really liking me some Uni action. And one night I went to bed. I woke up the next day, and the Uni I knew was gone, and she had been replaced by this evil Uni.
I
call this one Dr. Uni.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where the hell did my Uni go, girl? I don't want to. It's like a Dr. Evil thing here. And then she suckered me into coming on her live.
I'm telling you, we need Mary Midwest.
Hold on. Wait. She had me come on her live panel. I went on there. She was acting a little odd, but I went on there. I didn't know that she was setting me up to have a confrontation with Lindy, which is exactly what she was doing. Before you know it, Lindy was on the panel, and basically it was the same thing. It was very reminiscent of what happened in Holly's, except it was Uni trying to like shut me the hell up so that the other one, Lindy, could have her goddamn way with me. I'm like, this. So we had a little screaming match, and finally, you know, I left. It was like whatever. And that was the end of Uni and I. That was the end of our friendship, because I'm like, bitch, I don't know what the hell happened to you overnight, but I just had a glimpse of you, and I will never want to be around you again.
Once, you know, I'm the dumbass that kept saying, "Oh, forgive her. She's apologized. She's learned the error of her ways, and she's going to be a nice person." How many y'all know? How many times did I go, give her another chance? Give her another chance. You know, come on. She's got issues. She's got health problems. Come on. Yeah, I was a dumbass. I admit it, and there will be no more.
Yeah. And that issue for me, I'm all about giving somebody second chances, third chances sometimes. But on that one, I just couldn't. There was no room for a second chance, because she literally changed personalities. And for me, it was so abrupt and so like, holy crap. Literally, I was in shock and awe. And that's something, knowing that she's capable of that, I could never have confidence or any kind of trust in her. And being that I've only known her for like a month, there wasn't even a history there where I felt like I should really give this another try. It was really cut and run, girl. Cut your losses and run. That's what I did, girl. You don't got to tell me twice sometimes.
You were smart to do that. You know, I wish all of us had done that. And I wish, you know, because we all were behind her. We were all like, you know, come on, you can do better. And no, we don't want her anymore. She's out. And you know, anybody that wants to go and be a mod over there, y'all go right on ahead. You know, she's gonna shit on you too. You know,
Yeah.
It's not. I don't want anything to do with that. Why am I?
I just want to say hi.
Oh, I didn't know anyone else came on. Hello.
Angelo, say it correctly.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hello, darling. Is
Good morning,
is
good afternoon, good
Shannon
evening.
still with us?
Where did Shannon go?
I don't know where she went.
Shannon, did you drop off? Come back, come back.
Shannon has shitty internet.
Come back, come back.
Shannon has that shitty, cheap Virginia internet.
We're gonna have to do something. Yeah, she does chew people up, Beth. She does. But that's the thing, and we need to weed. We got to weed the garden from time to time. We've laughed and said, walk the plank. You know, we've had a couple that had to walk the plank. Carrie she's been pulled up by the roots and thrown out of my garden. That's for damn sure. You don't do that. I wouldn't let anybody, even if I loved them, do that to me. You know, so then I don't love her. I've never met her in person. We're not good friends, but you know, we were internet friends, you know, acquaintances, you know, done for her, listen to her. And, you know, but yeah, so Jen dropped off for a while. Well, she was supposed to get counseling and she probably didn't. Yeah, I know. She had the internet to go with her demon gardening. But, okay, well, I've been on here and my butt's getting sore sitting in this thing. I'm gonna have to put my sauce on low and just let it simmer, and then I'll come back and drop these meatballs in so everybody gets them. But I really appreciate you all coming up on panel. And Mallory, thank you for coming on and explaining all of this to us. I think it's been very educational for everyone.
Yes. And I don't usually like hawk my videos, but in this,
and
I really, really want you to watch both those videos today because I'm able to really just kind of open up at my own pace and speak. It's just, I hope you watch it. So anybody out there, check out those videos.
Drop your link. Wait a minute.
Yeah, let me do one more here.
Wait a minute. But I gotta mod you. Get in here.
There I am.
Okay.
Here I am. So go to that channel. If you have, obviously you know my other channel, Mallory Williams. So I have one video on each channel.
It's an ERY.
ERY. Yeah, because autocorrect will always change it to an O. So just you gotta make sure it's ERY.
Yeah.
Wait, the gentleman left too. Is he calling? He didn't get much airtime.
Angela's like, I gotta go eat some.
Angela, sorry we didn't get much time together. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on. Go make your meatballs.
Thank you for coming. Yeah, meatballs are here. They're in a pile.
I love you, Mama. And I really do appreciate it. I listened to you. I found you last night, and I really do appreciate your words on me on hookers. So
well, the thing is, I like so many people and so many different personalities, and it takes a lot for me to even get really angry at somebody. I'll see that.
And I know it's hard when you have people you like who not see eye to eye or just sometimes despise one another. And we just have to accept we can't ever fix them. But we do still have the obligation when something is completely egregious and off base, we still have the obligation to say, girl, you went too far there.
Yeah. DJ, do you realize that I've been watching Lindy and for over a year, and I like Lindy. I have never, in fact, people say you sound like that girl Lindy. That's what they always would say. You sound just like that girl Lindy. And I'd say, thank you. I think she has the sweetest voice. And I have been a sub to her and Boris for ages. I like her. What I'm saying is she's not happy right now. And I think her anger is misdirected. And I want her to go back to being happy Lindy again. Yeah.
And
I don't like her. I like her a lot.
To feed off of what Dee just said, I believe him. I'm assuming it's a man. I don't know if Steve. I'm sorry I don't know if you're male or female. But here's the thing. I am a nice person. But here's the thing. If I went to my neighbor's house every day at 7:30 in the morning and threw an egg at their door, they would not see me as a nice person. No matter, it would be. It's like walking up to that scene and saying, "Listen, if it wasn't for all the eggs on your front porch, you'd see Mallory as a really nice person."
Right, and that's
the problem.
You know, if you're only seeing one side or one emotion coming from someone constantly, you know, if you're constantly seeing the anger, it's really hard to say, well, maybe they're nice at another time. You know, it's kind of like if someone's an asshole all week and then they're really nice at Sunday service, you know, and they teach Bible study. Well, yeah, they're nice one day a week, but
Yeah.
And I say, why is it only one day? It should be the other way around. Have one bad day a week.
Yeah.
And I would love for Lindy and anyone else who was angry or who is, you know, their streams are mostly, you know, about what's wrong and how they've been done wrong and, you know, this and that and the other. Get some help. I mean, this is literally what I do for a living. I'm going back to y'all. I'm working part-time. And I'm
Careful, y'all. Your neighbors are going to start lining up and discrediting you, girl.
Oh, yeah, you know that. I don't care. They don't pay my bills, and I don't take any money off of anybody on the internet, and nor do I take money from my friends. You can't, it's against the ethics to counsel friends or family. So y'all don't get me anyhow. But, you know, the thing is, but it is something that I push, that if you're having an issue in real life or on social media or, you know, something that's upsetting you, because social media can really fuck with your head. It did mine. And I'm very thankful to have a good support team.
Yeah.
It's like support is important. So go get help. You know.
You gotta have a balance. Okay, Mama, thank you so much.
All right,
tell the
you.
hubby I said hello.
I definitely will. And
Okay.
I fed the dogs. I got them to shut up. They were howling at the top of the steps, so I had to give them a meatball.
That's what you do. Goodbye, side chat. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, all, and love you. You love you, and take care of yourselves. And if you can, take care of each other. Bye.